Hello and welcome to this Astranti video. Today we'll be considering a question from our 100 questions video series that looks at some of the types of questions you may face in your exams. In this session we'll be looking at a topic from P2 and BA2, and that topic is activity-based costing, or ABC for short. Specifically, we'll be looking at a question that will test your understanding of the pros and cons of ABC, something you'll need a firm grasp of for your exams. If you want to see the full video to test yourself out on the rest of the questions, this can be found on the Astranti website as part of our full course, where you can also find a wide range of study materials designed to help you pass your CIMA exams. So without further ado, let's jump straight in and have a look at this question.
So our first question asks us which of the following statements regarding activity-based costing is correct, and then we've been provided with 4 different options. So before we get into these options, let's first discuss some of the basics of this costing system. So in activity-based costing, the first thing we do is to group together our manufacturing overheads into cost pools. So these are overhead costs that all have the same activity in common. So for example, 2 cost pools could be machine maintenance and quality inspections. So once we've identified our various different cost pools, the next thing to do is to identify what activity we carry out actually increases the level of overheads in each of our cost pools. So for example, for machine maintenance, it could be the case that the more we use our machines, the more wear and tear we get on those machines. Therefore, the machine maintenance cost pool would depend on the number of machine hours used in the relevant period. So in this case, machine hours would be the cost driver for our cost pool. The thing that affects the level of overheads in the cost pool is that cost pool's cost driver. So similarly, the more quality inspections we carry out, the more we have to spend on quality inspections. So with these ideas in mind, let's go through each of our options one by one and discuss how they relate to this approach to costing, starting with option A. So option A states that activity-based costing is significantly cheaper to implement compared to marginal and absorption costing. So from this approach to costing, that is activity-based costing, we can see that we need to break down all of our different various activities into cost pools and then identify what drives the level of costs in those pools. So this can be a complex and time-consuming process, particularly if we're involved in lots of different complicated activities. It will take a long time to implement. And because of this, it is incorrect to say that activity-based costing is significantly cheaper. In fact, if anything, it will likely be more expensive to actually implement and set up. Therefore, option A is not correct. Moving on to option B, which tells us that activity-based costing assumes that overheads are related to production volume, which improves the accuracy of pricing. Well, if we look to our cost drivers, again, these tell us what our level of different types of overhead actually depends on. So what we can notice is that our cost drivers are not always related to production volume. Production volume can absolutely be a cost driver. However, the key idea behind activity-based costing is that different cost pools have different cost drivers. So because we don't assume that the level of our overhead costs are related to production volume, this can help us be more accurate with our pricing. We get a better idea of the costs we incur for producing each unit of our product, and therefore option B is not correct. We definitely don't assume that overheads are related to production volume. Instead, we look to our different cost drivers. Moving on to option C, that states that activity-based costing is necessary for compliance with IAS2, International Financial Reporting Standards. Well, these standards mandate that we have to absorb an appropriate amount of fixed overheads. So activity-based costing will absolutely help us to do this. However, in fact, activity-based costing goes further than these standards stipulate. It's quite a complex costing system, quite involved, and gives us a great breakdown of how we absorb our overheads. So it's actually unnecessarily complicated and comprehensive in terms of compliance with these standards for financial reporting purposes. So it is definitely sufficient for compliance with IAS 2, but it is not necessary. We could still comply with these standards using, say, absorption costing instead. And therefore, option C is not correct. Activity-based costing is not mandatory. Lastly, we have option D, which tells us that activity-based costing is most useful when producing a diverse product range that incurs high overhead costs. So again, activity-based costing is comprehensive, and crucially, it is comprehensive with regards to how we look at our overheads, again, breaking them down into different cost pools, and so on. Therefore, it makes sense that we should definitely look to using this system when our overheads are high. After all, it's only worth going into great detail about our overhead costs if we have a lot of them. Different production methods for producing different types of products will involve different activities, and therefore the overhead costs will break down differently. And activity-based costing will help us to keep accurate track of the costs associated with these different products. And therefore option D is our only correct answer.
So that brings us to the end of today's video. If you've enjoyed it and you want to view the full video, this can be found on the Astranti website as part of our full course, where you'll also be able to access a wide range of resources to help you pass your CIMA exams. We'd recommend you subscribe to our social media accounts. We can be found on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube, where you can find a multitude of videos on a wide range of topics. Thanks for watching.